Oh my god, yeah.
Fucking win, bro.
Yeah, I was so pumped. Jarl got knocked down. We were like in the last circles, and it was so funny because usually when you get knocked down in the last circles, you usually die. And I dropped down from the high ground. I went totally down, and I rest Jarl, and then we went back top taking the high ground. That was insane because that was really unexpected because it's so hard to take high ground once you left it, especially during the last circles.
That's nothing more.
I have a launch pad. Let's wait. Let's wait.
Bro, we should get above them. We should get the high
Yeah,
ground.
come on the launch pad. On the launch pad.
Oh, I remember that when you had to use the launch pad. But I was tilting because I wanted to use the launch pad so early. I was like, use it, use it.
Come on, bro, you need to put it.
Yeah.
You need to put it. I'm hurrying up so much.
Get the high ground.
They're launching as well. Yeah, take this guy.
We take high ground, and now what we're trying to do is just trying to like secure the position so we can keep it.
I'm nading as well. I'm nading these guys.
I remember that one of the clinchers went through the wall and I got the kill here. Yeah, here it goes.
Shoot this guy top. Nice, nice, nice. Good shit, Pow3r.
What happens right here is we get some good nades in to expose them. I think they're pretty low on materials, and then Pow3r lasers them with the AR.
Just stay top, stay top.
That was a really cool end game because we did all the kills at the end apart from the Lunary team or Solari, I don't remember very well, but that we fought at the beginning. So all the kills happened at here in the last circle.
Now I am so convinced that if we just stay top right here, we can keep high ground and we can win the game. Like, this is the first map that we are going to win. Like, this is the first match ever we're going to win in competitive environment.
We didn't have much mats, so we had to farm mats during the process, during building. And then here I dropped down and I went for the kill to the guy by pickaxing and boom, slick headshot.
Nice! Let's fucking go, Pow3r! We got the win!
Oh my god, yeah.
Fucking win, bro!
Yeah, I was so pumped.
Fucking go!
Oh my god, the difference in the reactions are amazing because Jarl is screaming of joy and I'm like, hello Epic Game, hello, hello, hello Epic Game. I'm like,
2 weeks of practice and then we go in right here, winning the first game of this tournament, and that was an amazing feeling. And I noticed the huge amount of people that entered the channel and everyone was sharing Fnatic, and it was an amazing feeling.
when I rest Jarl was game changer because I was not alone, we were two. We got the Wrecking Ball bonus, so we were quite positive of going forward, making kills, getting points, etc. And but yeah, there are a lot of things that we should have done better. We could have collected more kills. There are a lot of things to learn from that game.
We basically rifted to a key location at the map where we could just stay and hold that position for almost the entire game. So we would basically only have to rotate at the end, and it worked out so perfect. The comms, the high ground, the execution of the end game was very just everything on point.
This is a super cool clip. Was our second win into the Twitch Rivals, and we ended up in a build fight with a team. And I remember that Jarl played insanely well here against that team.
It looks like he's trying to build down potentially somebody hiding underneath him as the zone.
Me and Pow3r, we were in a pretty bad spot. We had just been rotating for our life.
Away, but there's going to be people, because there's 27 left in the zone, there's going to be people everywhere.
So the build battle already happened here. Jarl was in the high ground. I went in the low ground to be a distraction or to try to help him.
Just like I said, and he's going up. He has an opportunity to move now. He can get into a good position too, and they both have high advantage to the zone. Somebody's underneath them. Sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky indeed. I don't know how I feel about this loot ball. They're exposing their back a lot. If there's anyone across the river,
the shotgun shots.
that was
Sevenos, 8os, 9os.
Come here, that side.
Svenos and Loy going down. Well, good attempt to sneak past, but Jarl and Pow3r, excellent players. They kept the beat on them the entire time.
Yep.
Well played there, securing 2 more eliminations.
We had 2 versus 1, and then Pow3r comes in from the other side and like just gets that good flick pump on Svenos. Afterwards, right here, we're trying to go in and secure a spot on this metal piece.
Yeah, we're just trying to get the high ground because they're fighting, so we know they're distracted. And here the nades come. Yeah, perfect nades there.
It kind of does.
They're right in the safe zone, but they do have teams right in front of them. Multiple teams right in front of them, actually. See the front right, even past this little wooden brick structure, gets a knockdown and elimination. Wait, that was a triple.
That was, I believe,
Zytros, Darkseid, and Gamru all going down from a single nade from Pow3r. Holy cow!
And that was very huge. So now, okay, we realize, okay, we don't have materials. What we want here is we want to go down and loot them, and then we go down, we get so much material. You can see my material counts just going up.
The snipe shot, let's go!
Wow.
Right in the head.
Right in the head, you hear Jarl yell it out.
Yeah, I remember here that Jarl was on fire. Look, that knife, I remember that. Right into the head, I remember that.
Okay, now we have the high ground. We want to keep securing it. So we're trying to build out, and then a guy comes up, tries to contest it. So now we're trying to like isolate him and keep staying high right here. We don't want to let him get high. We want to keep it.
I remember that guy. I was not really helping Jarl a lot. I was just shooting with my AR.
And now we pressure him pretty much from both sides. So I pressure him with my AR. I think right here he decides to come up.
And then I had to move because another guy tried to build fight me. So I had to go down to him. And then I turned, helped Jarl, and I turned back fighting.
He hits me with a pump, unfortunately, but we have bandages. It's all good. We still have the high ground. Right here, we don't know how many people are left. I don't think Pow3r knows as well, but we just realized, okay, it's actually one guy left.
And here, it's coming the win. As you can see, we got the advantage of the position. We got the ammo, we got the mats, we got everything. So we just need to spam, put pressure on the building. Gabby is probably finishing her mats because she's building with metal. And here it comes. Jarl spamming with the minigun.
What I'm trying to do is just like, okay, we want to get this as clean as possible. We don't want to die. I don't have shields, and Pow3r doesn't have a lot of shield as well. So we just want to like keep it clean and try and do what we can to just like secure the elimination as well played as possible. So
everything she can, put up as many surfaces as possible. The double layer is super important. She's doing a good job of that, but this might be an impossible task.
I think Jarl has a minigun right now.
Here we go.
I'm reloading.
Look at this. Gabby is right here below them in a 1x1 metal box.
Bro, you wanna jump and shoot? Do you want medium light bullet?
Yeah, he's below the stack.
See, they're planning their attack here.
Yeah, take the ammo, take the ammo. He didn't even take it. He was so focused on trying to find Gabby. Oh, this is hot stuff.
Just too hot, man. Just too hot.
Oh my god, that was a cool game. I think my chemistry with Jarl is almost perfect. In most of the games we have a good chemistry between talking and also giving the space to the other to play. What we do, we have complete trust in each other, and that's the good thing. So nobody is worried to make a mistake, because mistakes happens even to the best. And the cool thing, as you can see from the game, is the fact that so many times we don't even talk, we already know what the other is gonna do. I think that's a really cool thing in that game that happens, is how teamwork works, chemistry, and how you work together. Is really cool to see from both POVs.
We had been playing a lot of scrims, and the way we played it right here was to stay pretty much edge of the zone and kill the guys that are in front of us, and just like keep rotating on top of people. That was what we did right here. And well, it worked out so well because we had been playing it so much, like those 2 weeks.
It's so cool to see the differences between, you know, also our emotions. When I get to the late game, I'm getting more cold-blooded. When Jarl gets to the end game, he gets more, not anxious, but faster. He tries to do things faster and faster and faster, and that's a good thing because it's like in a adrenaline rush. And that's cool to see.
Keeping the high ground here, spots an enemy. Still built right back up.
This is Fnatic, Pow3r, and Jarl. We've seen a lot of Fnatic Pow3r, man. He's such a phenomenal player.
Going for those pop-in shots, and he builds right away. Wow.
Oh, no, that was Fiona. No.
Oh.
We saw a lot of Fiona last week.
Yeah.
He's a great player as well.
I got him.
Beautiful.
Oh, man.
And you'll notice between each one of his shots, he'll try to build and get the high ground again to get another angle to see the enemy before the enemy can see him. And then he goes for the shot, and then he builds. He goes for the shot, and then he builds. Very smart level. It possibly some third parties here once some battles happen.
I think we rotated from the fight we just had been in, and then we actually managed to get here. We have no more healing. We are pretty fucked right here. We don't have materials as well.
99 damage, 99 damage. Oh, two guys.
Just push him.
No, wait,
Push him.
they have to come to us.
okay, we know we need a certain amount of kills to get the Wrecking Ball bonus. We needed like, I think, 3 kills right here. I think we have 4 kills at this point.
Goes down. Now it's a 1 versus 2. However, he does have the high ground.
Here, Jarl lost drop down from the high ground, so I had to go in that fight alone.
And he is in a bad situation. And he gets one down. 1 versus 1.
That was Atlantis Mitro. Oh. They won last game, so that's it. Atlantis Mitro is gone. That means only his teammate is alive right now.
Mind you, the storm is chunking for 2 damage. When it closes, it'll chunk for 5 damage per second. Takes it down in the storm.
There you go. Look at that, yelling, saying, let's go. Pow3r now has 3 elims under his belt. Oh, but look at this. There's just teams everywhere.
Getting third-partied. I mean, he has the storm on him. He has an enemy to his left. One on top of the Tomato Town little bridge. There's just enemies everywhere.
Oh, Snafu says
that was
Pow3r.
Oh, they might.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Did they
it
get
sounds,
Wrecking Ball
like
bonus?
they might have Wrecking Ball for next game. That's why they sounded super excited.
That was a bad situation, and then it went downhill because we got 7 kills. But we didn't play really well because we got the high ground above the Divot, and Jarl dropped down, so I remained at the top, and these 2 guys, Mitra and his teammate, challenged me, and it was so hard for me because I had like 70 HP, I think, or even less, so I couldn't get any shot without dying in the storm. So I had to commit the kill as fast as possible, and then try to steal the kills of people running like me into the storm. And then the last kill was, I don't know if it was luck or because I did a pretty good flick and track on him, but yeah, that kill was so important to get in the top 20. Yes!
No.
Another kill, bro! Another
You got
one!
him!
Woo!
Fucking got him!
Let's fucking
Are you
go,
kidding
bro.
me? 7 kills! We got Wrecking Ball, bro!
Woo!
We got fucking Wrecking Ball! Woo!
His core strength would be his aim, and for me it would be taking the personal space fights. So like I would be the guy engaging, and then Pow3r would be sitting and poking people down. That like kind of like always led to people being so weak when I was in the box with them. We just tried our best like to just like blend in with each other, and with those weeks of practice we had right there, like we got the best out of it. I would say we got definitely the best out of it.
A message for Jarl. I would rather say to stop going to eat pizza in those Danish places and come to visit me in Italy so you can eat real pizza. But other than his taste about pizza and food, no, Jarl is a phenomenal player. Really, I don't have much to say about him. Probably he has more to say about me than I have to say about him. So that's the thing. Oh, no, I have one thing. Jarl, you need to practice with assault rifle. You need to have a perfect aim with it. That's all I want to say, and I know he's gonna be angry about it because I always remind him that, because he prefers to go in close quarter fights, so he doesn't use much AR. But
I really like Pow3r. I think the time we like spent practicing has always been positive. He's a very positive guy. I think Pow3r has a lot of experience from his career as a pro player in other different game environments, where like he knows what it means to be a part of a team.
people have a lot of faith, and the fact that they see this big chemistry, these goals that I achieved with Jarl, they see me and him like a real duo. They support each other. I know that sometimes some of my fans go to Jarl Twitch streaming, and they stay with him, chat with him, and talk with him. So it's very cool the fact that at the same time they support Jarl.
I mean, sometimes my chat goes all Italian and I don't understand what anything says, but I mean, there's one sentence that comes sometimes, and it is actually, I think 3 or 4 times a day. There's one or 2 guys that comes in and ask, "Do you love Pow3r?" And I always say, "I love Pow3r, bro. He's an amazing player." And I also really appreciate you guys cheering when it actually just goes insane, just as it did in the summer skirmish. Like that was amazing. It was so much fun being a part of that, and I really love you guys. I hope you will continue to support us, and well, let's try and give some Fnatic wins in the spring, right?
Always Fnatic, always.